Namaskar friends, greetings to all of you on the auspicious occasion of India's 74th Independence Day. It is a great pleasure for me to present to you our new travel series Ab Ghumega India. In our first segment, Travel Updates, we shall bring you the latest news from travel industry, both domestic and international, which would guide you to plan your travel with confidence. TripAdvisor has recently announced Travelers' Choice Awards for 2020. It is a matter of pride that Kochi, earlier known as Cochin, has emerged as the top trending destination in the world due to its stunning landscapes and best sunset views.
India is blessed with one of the best landscapes in the world, from sun-kissed beaches to the mighty Himalayas. The mirage cultural vistas gel with the festive spirit of the locals. For the fun-loving youth, there are a number of adventures to undertake ranging from paragliding to parasailing to skiing to kayaking.
It is my privilege to take you on a journey through God's own country, Kerala, with our first episode. Here is a suggested itinerary for a 6 to 7 day trip to Kerala. It would be appropriate to start our journey in Kochi, earlier known as Cochin, which has recently been voted as the top trending destination by TripAdvisor Traveler Choice Awards. Kochi is known as Gateway to Kerala. Chirai Beach offers a stunning landscape. Chinese fishing nets in the Fort Kochi area, suspended in the mid-air, are undoubtedly the most photographed site in Kochi. Other attractions in the Fort Kochi area include St. Francis Church, Fort Emmanuel and Vasco da Gama Square. Bolgati Palace is situated on Bolgati Island in Kochi. The Dutch palace was built in 1744. The two-storied palace is beautifully decorated. On day 2, we traveled from Kochi to Munnar. At a driving distance of around 105 kilometers, surrounded by lush green tea estates, Munnar boasts of a fantastic climate. A visit to a tea estate is a must while on way to Munnar. The tea tasting is a rich and enjoyable experience. One can also visit the Tata Tea Factory and Museum in the heart of Munnar. Some other popular spots around Munnar are Iravikulam National Park, Top Station and Kanandevan Hills for spectacular views. The Munnar region boasts of several lakes and dams, but the one I liked the most was the Anairankkal Dam and the lake located on the highway from Munnar to Thekuri. One must make a stopover at one of the spice gardens just before entering Thekuri. Thekuri is one of the popular destinations for nature lovers and wildlife enthusiasts. A jeep safari is one of the most popular activities in Thekuri. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary can also be visited through a boat ride on Periyar River. The tourist center at Thekuri offers 2-hour boating trips arranged by KTDC. You are able to see wildlife animals including elephants, sambar and wild boars during the boat safari. After enjoying a couple of days in the hills, we now move towards water. The backwaters of Kerala are there to mesmerize every traveler. The village of Kumarakom is a cluster of little islands on the Vembanad Lake. A boat ride on the Vembanad Lake is a must-do activity. There are several options to stay in Kumarakom. From luxury resorts to houseboats, you can pamper yourself with a number of luxurious experiences during your stay. Jatayu Earth Center at Chadaya Mangalam is situated 50 kilometers from the state capital Thiruvananthapuram. It is a masterpiece of artistry, mythology, technology, culture, and adventure. Our last destination of the week-long Kerala tour is Kovalam Beach. En route, we can stop at Thiruvananthapuram, the capital of the state. The capital boasts of the richest temples in India. The Padmanand Swami temple, which has the largest treasure of gold in India. Kovalam is an internationally renowned beach with 3 adjacent crescent beaches. The leisure options at this beach are plenty and diverse. A perfect place to relax after a hectic road trip. Kerala also stands out as a cultural destination of South India. Several dance forms have originated in Kerala. Kathakali and Mohiniyattam are the most popular ones. One can enjoy the cultural performances in the evening while staying in your resort. Another worth experience activity is the Ayurveda massage at your resort.
Dear explorers, now we move to our third segment, Travel Trivia. In this segment, we shall discuss unknown facts about offbeat destinations and activities. Aurora Borealis is commonly known as Northern Lights. The bright dancing lights of aurora are actually collisions between electrically charged particles from the sun that enters the Earth's atmosphere. The lights are seen above the magnetic poles of the northern and southern hemispheres. They are known as Aurora Borealis in the north and Aurora Australis in the south. Auroral zone is the place on the Earth where we can see northern lights. Now, as we see here, this is the equator line, which is 0 degree, and 90 degrees above this is 90 degrees north towards the Arctic Circle, and below it is the Antarctic Circle, which is 90 degrees south. So northern lights occur in the auroral zone, which is about 66 degrees north and above, which runs from here, the northernmost part of Russia, the Lapland in Finland and Sweden, the coastal areas of Norway, the Svalbard Islands, the southernmost part of Iceland, some parts of Greenland, and some parts here in Canada and Alaska. Friends, this was the first episode of our travel series Ab Ghumega India. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon with a new episode.